Dear scholars, today we want to discuss how to write introduction chapter. Usually introduction chapter is the first chapter. Introduction is very important. If you are able to capture the attention of your reader and audience, your readers and audience will stay with you till the end. If you have lost the interest of your readers, you cannot take them back to your work. So, introduction is very important. It should be catchy, it should be attractive, it should be informative. First of all, we'll discuss outline of introduction chapter in the thesis. First of all, introduction of the topic. You will discuss your thesis topic. Then, research problem, significance, scope, objectives, research questions, theoretical framework, research data, introduction of tool, delimitation, structure of thesis, and conclusion. We'll discuss these 12 points in detail in next slides. First of all, introduction of the topic. You will give basic definitions of your key terms. For example, my dissertation topic was unveiling knowledge patterns in intermediate English textbooks through beyond text mining tools, a digital humanities study. Here, colored words demand definition, knowledge patterns. Its definition is required. English textbooks, its explanation is required. Uh, there are different textbooks are taught at intermediate level. So I'm talking about the Punjab province, Punjab textbook board books. Beyond, I will introduce what is beyond. I will introduce text mining. Then I will introduce digital humanities. One point is very critical that we should use those dictionaries which belong to that part. For example, I'm discussing corpus. So I should take help from corpus dictionaries. If I am discussing ELT, I should take help from dictionaries of ELT. Moreover, we should also discuss branch of linguistics, literature or ELT. Suppose my topic falls into the domain of digital humanities. So you should mention that this topic falls in this domain. Okay. One is a broader term and one is the brief to the point, specific point or specific branch of that study. You will discuss it. This is very important. In this way, reader will get the basic knowledge what you are going to discuss throughout your research work. Problem statement. Basically, research is conducted to give benefit to some readers, to society. That problem. First of all, understand the concept of problematization. That apples were falling down from trees, but one person considered it a problem that why it is not going upwards or right side or to left side. Why has it fallen downwards? So there was a gravitational pull. You will find out academic problems, classroom problems, content problem, textbook problem, learner's problem, or social problem, and your research will find the solution of that problem. Wherever there is a problem, there is an opportunity to solve it. Significance. Why is your research significant? Relate it with the problem because your research is going to solve that problem or to give it a theoretical solution to that problem. What is the impact of that solution to the society, industry, academia? Contribution. What you are going to give, what your research promises to give to the nation, to society, to academia, to ELT. New knowledge. Is there any new knowledge dimension You will find out the beneficiaries of your research, that who will uh, who will have benefits. Suppose beneficiaries are students, teachers, industry. Scope. You are looking at a sniper's picture. Here you are looking at a small circle, and then there is a target. In the same way, knowledge is so vast and extensive, you cannot cover each and everything, so you will focus. You will make a boundary of your study or research. Here, this gun has showed the boundary. Draw a circle round your study, that I will stay in this boundary. The extent to which the research area will be explored in the work and specifies the parameters within the study will be operating. Suppose you are studying about the utilization of Zoom tool. You cannot conduct this research on the entire world. You will select 100 students from virtual university who will who have used Zoom. Objectives. Objectives mean, what are your objectives in this research? You will start your objectives to investigate, to explore, to discover, to search. They will be written in this manner, and your objectives and your research question must be in a harmony. Research questions must be specific. They must be measurable, that you can measure them. Those targets must be achievable, and they must be relevant with you, and they are time bound, because your research is time bound. You will submit your thesis within a specific time frame. That's why you must know about time bound and time limit, and you should follow that time. Research questions. Research questions are basically a way of enlightenment. Use what, why, how words. I have made a separate video. It's research 8, code is 0007, question versus research question. Over there, I have tried to teach you the difference between a normal question and a research question. Research questions are the backbone, and they lead your research. This is the link of this video, so that you can get benefit from this video. uh, that how can you formulate your research question. Theoretical framework. Theoretical framework is a lens through which you look at your data. Take theory from a paper or a book. Take key terms from your theory and use those key terms in your data analysis. This is very, very important. You can make an operational model. Operational model means combination of two or more theories. Suppose one theory has 5 aspects. You have taken 2 aspects. Another theory has 5 aspects. You have taken 2 more aspects. In this way, you have made an operational model or operationalized model for your research. In this way, you can explore idiosyncratic and new dimensions of your research. Triangulation of theory. You can combine two theories uh, in their totality. In a nutshell, I want to say you can select specific parts of the theory, or you can take complete two theories and you can apply them to your research, or you can take single theory. I suggest that beginner level students should take only one theory, and those who are doing their work at PhD level or MPhil level, they should go to operationalized model or triangulation of theory. Research data. Your research data can be textbooks, it can be advertisements, it can be a questionnaire, it can be interview, it can be a corpus, it can be a pre-test, post-test results. So it can be qualitative data or it can be quantitative data. It depends on the nature of your research. Introduction of tool. You will introduce your tool in this section. Suppose if it is text mining tool, who has designed it, where has it been designed, who uses this tool, what is the reliability and validity of this tool in academia and research. If it's questionnaire, you will mention questionnaire and its type. Is it open-ended questionnaire or close-ended questionnaire? Or Likert scale, Likert questionnaire, you will explain it. Interview, is it structured interview, semi-structured interview, or unstructured interview? If you have used corpus, you will mention that I have used Professor Mark Davies' corpus, British National Corpus, or corpus of contemporary American English corpus. If you are going to discuss formative assessment, you will also mention. Here, if you look at right side, there are different ways to collect qualitative data. Like it can be online forms, there can be groups, there can be observation sheets, online communities, or in-depth interviews. Delimitation. One person cannot cover all aspects and all population in this world. So you will have pinpoint some aspects. Suppose there are poems, there are uh, millions of poems. You will choose 10 poems. This is delimitation. Then again, delimitation is you have chosen, suppose, Renaissance period poetry, or you have chosen Pakistani poets, or you have chosen translated work. Standardization, that all works would be standardized. Delimitation in tools, suppose Beyond Text Mining Suite has 25 tools, and you will mention that you have delimited only 5 tools. It generates 300 themes. So we will delimit that, we will search only 25 themes. So participants, in this way you will delimit your participants, you will delimit themes, you will delimit lessons, you will delimit books. Intermediate books are taught, different books in Punjab textbook board, different books in Sindh textbook board, different books in KPK. So you will mention a particular board. So in this way you will delimit. Okay. Here some students confuse two things, limitation and delimitation. Please understand the difference. Delimitation mean further specification, further pinpointing of themes or books or ideas. Limitation mean deficiency, shortcomings, flaws. Structure of the thesis. Ideally or generally, there should be 5 chapters. Chapter 1 Introduction, Chapter 2 Literature Review, Chapter 3 Research Methodology, Chapter 4 Data Analysis, Chapter 5 Conclusion, and after conclusion you will mention references, and afterwards you will mention appendix. Appendix mean attachment. For example, you have chosen 10 advertisements. You will attach those 10 advertisements. You have used 20 questionnaires. You will attach those 20 questionnaires after the references. That is called appendix. Then you will write appendix A, appendix B, appendix C, or appendix D. One point, if you have conducted an experimental research, over there you have taken permission from the principal of that college. So that permission letter is compulsory for ethical consideration, and you will attach that letter in appendix. If you have a complete book, instead of attaching the complete book or novel, you can just write appendix A, and then you can paste the link of that book. Conclusion section is present, conclusion heading is present in every chapter, so you will summarize the entire chapter. So I hope you are able to understand different aspects of introduction chapter. Thank you so much. Feel free to ask any question. Best wishes.